Hello, I'm Elizabeth Nancy Jansen, and today is July 28th, and it is also day 3 of my series that I'm doing for 22 Days of Truths, which are part of leading up to my August 17th book launch for Bride Doll, and that will be August 17th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'm very excited about all of that. And today's topic is about the generations before us, and they can be the creators of limiting beliefs. And this is certainly the case in the book, and how it impacted the main characters. And it starts out with the polar opposites of two religions and the impact it had on Monique and the impact that it had on Naya. And I will let you find out how that unfolded as you read the book. But it's actually, a universal theme, and not so far off from Romeo and Juliet, but it doesn't have that tragic ending, for two very, very young people such as Romeo and Juliet, with killing themselves. No, that's not the course, but the family conflict, okay? The conflict between families, and what those limiting beliefs over religion, over language. And I guess that's leading into how that impacted me, the author, me, Elizabeth Nancy, how that impacted me growing up. And I guess that's the point I want to share with you, is you getting to know me. And because I want to show you my authentic self. And growing up, that certainly was the case. And my dear mother, she was raised very much in a faith that she was told that faith was the only one where you went to heaven. Emphatically. And she bestowed that on her children, me. And as a young child, I listened to her, but I did not believe it. I didn't tell her so, but I know as a young child, I did not believe it. I knew that would upset her if I disclosed that to her, and I wasn't willing to upset her, but I knew that could not be true. I knew that my little friend down the street, who was not of the same faith, I did not believe that the God of my understanding would not accept my friend down the street into heaven. It just wouldn't be so. So I chose my own belief on that. So without getting into further issues, as a young child, I did not accept limiting beliefs. I knew I questioned them. That's my point. But, they did affect me because my parents were of different faiths. And this caused huge conflict with my own mother, such that it was unsettling to her mental health. We went to different schools from our, in Canada, in our province, Ontario. We have Catholic schools and we have Protestant schools. And we went to a Protestant school, but a Catholic church. And we were never really, because of that, we were not totally accepted in, we didn't have friends in the neighborhood who went to the same school, which is unusual. So we were never fully, we were a round peg in a square hole, I guess, if you'd like to put it, if I could put it that way, both in school and in church. So it was unsettling and not feeling quite at home at school or at church. So it was unusual, and that's the way it was. So, and my mother was never really content that we were not going to the right school and not going to the right, not being totally accepted at church, because the whole family wasn't in total alignment with the way it should be within our own faith, and not having my father in alignment as a family unit, which did not bring her any comfort. So this weighed very heavy on her throughout our whole life as a family unit. Now, the reason why I want to tell you that is that's just part of who I was. And then this whole issue of language, in Canada, there are two national languages, French and English. And this is a perfect example of not being able to speak French in our own home when my mother's first language was French. And this really bothered me that I did not have the French language because it wasn't allowed in my home. So my mother wasn't allowed to speak French, not because of my father, but my father's mother was not happy that he married a French-Canadian woman. So we were not taught French in our own home. So, it skipped a generation, and, we did not get in our own home, me and my siblings did not get the French language. However, I was able to change that with my own children, and because my mother's first language was French, I was able to get my children in French first language, which was fabulous because now they are fluent in French and have jobs where they are required to speak French and English fluently. And I'm very proud of that. And my third child, my daughter, she did her whole degree at the University of Ottawa in French. And so I'm very proud of my children and their accomplishments. And, coming back to limiting beliefs, what the generations before us, it's over religion and over, these things are, crippling, can be crippling, and it doesn't need to be so. And there's so many other issues of race and, World War I and World War II, all those issues, and still wars going on. Where's the love? Where's the love? And that's what this book is all about, love. And that's what I want to come back to. That's what my purpose is all about, love. And coming back to the limiting beliefs of generational creation, I really question that. And as a young child, I questioned that. And that's the thought I want to leave you with today is, I question the limiting beliefs and perhaps, put them down if they're not right. Look for the love, look for the compassion, and look for the goodness in people. And again, that's my point for today. Look for the love. Much love, Elizabeth.